I'm Annette and I'm the principal psychologist here at RevHub. And I just wanted to pop in today, just want to have a chat to you about all our changes to telehealth, because I know that there's been a lot of people concerned about how it'll work and how it'll affect sessions, and is it as effective as face to face. So, to start with, telehealth is a way of providing therapy through either video chats or through telephone. So here at RivHub, we are preferring to use video. My preference is being able to see and hear you guys, and I'm sure you guys are dying to see our lovely smiling faces. So, and it does make it easier for engagement, particularly when we're working with kids. I don't know if you guys have ever had your kids on a phone call. I'm sure you have, and they tend to lose interest pretty quickly. Whereas with video, because they can see the person, it's a bit more real. So we still do the same therapies that we would do in session. For some kids, there will probably be a bit of a change more to supporting parents as opposed to the kids, depending on what we were doing. But in essence, it is still very much the same. So with our adults, to give you an idea, our therapy works exactly the same. Generally, we're doing talking-based therapies anyway, so they actually translate really nicely over to face-to-face. We can still do all the same things. The only thing I would suggest is if you do know that you tend to cry in sessions, you have to have your own tissue. Sorry, I don't have a box that I can just throw towards you. But other than that, it works very similarly. For kids, it is a little bit different. We do still a lot of the same activities, just in different ways though. So if we're doing drawing activities, we can both still have our drawing stuff, our pencils, we're drawing together. We have games, so we've spent some time creating a list of games, things like and Connect 4 and all our usual games that we play in session that help kids to be able to open up a bit more, feel a bit more comfortable talking. We've found a heap of online games where we can share links, so it's a secure game, you're definitely playing with us, and we can kind of play it while we're chatting and use the games as we would in therapy to initiate conversations about things like feelings and social skills and taking it in turn and all the stuff that we would normally be working on with your kids. For other kids, for the families that are working with me doing parent-child interaction therapy, it actually translates probably the best of everything to telehealth. The hardest thing for the parent-child interaction therapy is it is ideal if you can have a Bluetooth headset. Unfortunately, normally I would have liked to be organised enough to have some sets that I could mail out to you guys. Fortunately, I haven't been able to do that, but if you have a headset at home that you can use, that's fantastic. I will contact families individually to discuss this. And it's actually quite nice because the kids, it doesn't feel as much as though you're being watched. You can just sort of set up the phone and the kids play as normal. They don't have to be there during the beginning, the briefings at the beginning and the debriefing at the end, where we're kind of chatting about how you're going, how the day's going. They can just come in, they do their play, they think it's fabulous because they're playing with their parents, and then they can go again. So even though I know a lot of parents have been really worried about implementing that at home, it's probably the therapy I've done the most through telehealth previously, and it actually translates beautifully to telehealth. It's actually it wasn't designed for telehealth, but the way that it's set up makes it work incredibly well. So for our assessments, we know that we've got families that are coming in that we're hoping to get assessments done. Many of our assessments can still be done online. All our interviewing based techniques, so particularly the initial interview, we can definitely still do and get that going. The only things that we cannot do at the moment through telehealth is our cognitive assessments, our educational assessments, and the observation sections of our autism assessments. So we've been working through and contacting those families in particular, but our hope is to continue doing the parts of the assessment that we can, and then once we are out of this physical isolation portion of our year, we will be making sure that we do a big push to get all those assessments completed, because we know that there's going to be timelines and people waiting. So I guess in conclusion, if you have any worries, please contact us. Email is the best way, and I will put a link to our email address, just because we only do have part-time admin, and even though we're all working from home and she's working from home, we're trying to keep her hours to what they normally would be, just not to overload Marielle. Zamir and I answer the phone at other times, as people are probably starting to figure out. But there are going to be times where we're all in session, so we apologise, but we will get back to you as quick as we can. We've had to make this change very quickly, just like most people, and keeping in mind, the safety and wellbeing both of our staff and all our clients. And while we would have dearly loved to continue face-to-face where possible, we weren't able to get the cleaning stuff to make me comfortable enough to have people in the office. So it was a tough decision. We know that not everybody's been completely happy with it, but we're very grateful that everybody's understood why we've had to push this so quickly. So in the meantime, keep an eye out. I'm going to try and do these little videos semi-often. I think any time where we can actually see and hear people is going to be really, really good for our own mental well-being. So take care of yourselves. Try and get out. We can still get out and exercise, so get the fresh air when you can. Do lots of healthy things, drink water, eat good food, talk to people through video, unless you're in your own house, and take it easy. And I will see you very shortly. All right, until next time. Bye.